I've been trying to figure out a way to get back into talking in front of the camera, which I, have a problem with a little bit. The camera has eyes, and it's always an issue. And so, I was doing pretty good there. I was really in the spirit of the season, the spirit of God, and it helped me a lot to make a bunch of videos about thoughts that I'd been thinking about for a long time and wanted to share with people, generally that I've written in this quote book that I have from all the books that I've read. And today, as a way to help grease the wheels in getting back into the groove of sitting in front of the camera with thoughts that I want to share, maybe thoughts that I have. It's a fun thing to do, and it definitely helps me. It hopefully will help other people, but it certainly is helping me to sit in front of the camera and hear myself speak about thoughts that I've been thinking about. I'm doing a lot when I watch other people or watch myself. I'm learning about inflections and body language and tone of voice and things like this to see where my mistakes might be coming from when I'm out in public, basically. Is it me or is it them or what's going on? It's usually them, I think, And why would I say that? I'm joking when I say that, but actually I'm not, because, I usually come into the world and present with a pretty innocent, happy-go-lucky attitude. And I think what happens is sometimes people are turned off by that. They don't want somebody who's happy in their presence, and they will react. And then I'm sensitive enough to react to that reaction, and that's where I'm learning my lessons of Buddhist disattachment. Really, every religion has this idea, disattaching from our emotions, our thoughts, our physical things, letting things go, standing in no place, as Ram Dass put it so well. If you're making a stand in some place, then that's where you've put all of your commitments. You have your heart there. And if anybody pushes you off your stand, you might take offense to that. So maybe have no stand, be disattached, and at the same time, living the Four Noble Truths, living the golden rule, the way of love. Well, that's a lot of talking. So anyway, I wanted to just throw out one quote here from the book to get me into the groove. And it's a quote from Descartes. René Descartes. He was a famous philosopher, and everybody remembers him because we quote him often when he said his most famous quote. His quote was, he said, "I think, therefore I am." And that quote worked really well for hundreds of years. And then, all of a sudden, we started getting spiritually realized enough to understand that that's actually not the right way to say it. René Descartes, he says, "I think, therefore I am," but actually, there is no thinking without the am part. So we know that if you're thinking at all, you have to have an am first. I am, therefore I think I am. Well, I was having fun with it. So I just wrote here, not from a book or anything, my own thoughts, but I said, Descartes had it wrong. He said, quote, "I think, therefore I am," unquote. Shouldn't it read, "I am because of what others thought"? I am because of what others, like parents, for sure, and even culture, thought. I am who I am because of the parents who thought about procreating. I am who I am because of the culture that I was indoctrinated into. And I am that I am because I can think my way through the maze of that doctrine. And this is why I love YouTube, because there's so many great people on YouTube, so many great minds that are, they're also thinking their way through the weeds of their conditioning, of the human conditioning. And it's really beautiful to watch. And I'm right on their coattails following, you know. I can sort of see the light at the end of the tunnel here. And I see others seeing that light as well and rushing towards the door. And I love that. I love they're doing that. And so I'm following them. And it's great. Not following them like worship, but like minds, you know, they tend to coalesce. So we are who we are because of what others have thought, not necessarily what I have thought, for sure.